disability in society than the inability to see a person as more. Good morning, one and all. Present here, I am Dr. Tanu Kukreja Bhyana, in charge, School of Teacher Education, Om Sterling Global University, Hisar, and I welcome you all on this beautiful morning for the auspicious occasion of inauguration ceremony of the National Conference on Inclusion in Special Education, Recent Trends and Practices. This conference was organized to bring together researchers, scholars, scientists, and practitioners to share a platform to discuss their innovative ideas, researches, and experiences in the area of inclusion. It is important that being from this field, we think towards and also ensure that everybody, especially children, have the opportunities to participate in every aspect of life to the best of their abilities and desires. And I am pleased to share that Om Sterling Global University has never shied to take the necessary steps to uplift the society. We are UGC recognized university and have 15 schools, and the recent in the league is School of Teacher Education. We offer RCI approved courses in learning disability, hearing impairment, and visual impairment. And we are proudly presenting you this national conference. To celebrate and bless the occasion, we have amongst us Honorable Padma Shri Dr. Uma Tuliji. We humbly welcome you to the conference, ma'am. I also extend my warm welcome to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Puneet Goyalji, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Poonam Goyalji, esteemed Vice-Chancellor, Dr. N.P. Kaushikji, worthy Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Ajay Podarji, respected Registrar, Dr. Vinod Kumarji, and respected Professor Sumesh Jainji, Deans and in charges of all the schools, dearest faculty members, staff, and students. We appreciate your presence. I believe nothing is realistically possible without the divine knowledge imparted by Ma Saraswati. Therefore, I request all the dignitaries to come and light the lamp of knowledge to seek the blessings of Saraswati Ma. May she gives us the strength, courage, and the power of truth to make this event successful. Thank you. May I humbly request all the dignitaries to take their respective seats at the dais. May I request all the dignitaries to take their respective seats at the dais. Thank you. Thank you. Moving forward, I request our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ajay Podarji, who is a remarkable academician with almost 3 decades of experience, winner of Rashtriya Gaurav Award, and also awarded with Asia Africa Development Council Excellence Award, to please come and formally welcome the guests. So,
thank you, Dr. Tanu. I am indeed very happy to be here again for the another national conference of the university. Today's event chief guest, Padam Shri Dr. Uma Tuleji, founder of Amar Jyoti Foundation, Delhi, our Honorable Chancellor of the University, Dr. Punit Goyalji, our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Poonam Goyalji, esteemed Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. N.P. Kaushikji, Registrar, Dr. Vinod Kumarji, and Dean, Dr. Sumesh Jainji. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the university for arranging another national conference, and this is fourth in the row after the university came into the existence. And I congratulate all the team members that they have actually worked hard from the last 2-3 months to make this national conference live today. And in this COVID time, when the things are not in the full flow of the offline mode, we are conducting this national conference on blended mode through online and also offline. This national conference is very, very special for us because this is directly attached to the social cause. The university, as Dr. Tanu has said, that we already have 14 schools, and this is the newborn child for us, and it is very, very near to the close of heart of everybody. And why not? Because this is directly related to the social cause. In India, as our government and as our Prime Minister is always stressing that we need to be address this issue with the equivalence and with the high respect to this part of our society, and we need to take them along with. The university also have taken this lead, and we are now open this school, and there we are giving the education and professional upliftment to these children who are actually requiring the special education. At the as per the organization is concerned, we are a university in Hisar, and we came into the existence in 2019. Before that, there is a legacy of 13 years of higher education with the institute and with the group. And now from the 2019 March onward, we will be shortly celebrating our third anniversary on 15th March of 2022. So from the 2019, we are conducting this fourth national conference today, and under the leadership of our distinguished Chancellor, Dr. Punit Goyalji, and Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Poonam Goyalji, who always wanted that we need to do all the activities with the time, with the frame of mind that we need to develop the society in large scale. And this national conference is also one of the brainchild of our Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor. And as I said that this is very, very close, I am wanted to disclose that yes, this school is very, very close to our Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, because these are related to this social cause. And they are philanthropists in this area, and they wanted to contribute more and more, because one more thing is that because they themselves is the medical practitioner remain for many, many years. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, Dr. Uma Tuleji, the distinguished guest on the dais, of the dais, all the participants, once again, welcome to you on this national conference. And I wish all the best, and I wish that this conference will become a benchmark in this area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It is always a pleasure to hear from you. As I mentioned, that OSGU proactively works towards the upliftment of the society, and in continuation to our efforts, we observed International Day of Disabled Persons on 3rd of December. Let me show you a glimpse of that.
मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। पंख से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है। समाज में विकलांग लोगों की आत्मसम्मान, सेहत और अधिकारों को सुधारने के लिए और उनकी सहायता के लिए पूरे देश भर में वर्ल्ड डिसेबिलिटी डे मनाया जाता है। इसमें समाज के हर एक पहलू से जुड़े हुए लोग जैसे राजनीतिक, आर्थिक, सामाजिक और सांस्कृतिक आदि शामिल होते हैं। इसी वजह से इस दिन को विश्व विकलांग दिवस का शीर्षक दिया गया है। हिसार के बरवाला रोड स्थित ओम स्टर्लिंग ग्लोबल यूनिवर्सिटी के स्कूल ऑफ स्पेशल एजुकेशन के द्वारा भी इस दिन को विकलांग लोगों के अलग अलग मुद्दों पर ध्यान केंद्रित करते हुए मनाया गया। इस कार्यक्रम का उद्देश्य विकलांग जनों के क्षमता के मुद्दे की ओर लोगों की जागरूकता को बढ़ाना था, समाज में उनके आत्म सम्मान, लोक कल्याण और सुरक्षा की प्राप्ति के लिए विकलांग जनों की सहायता करना था। इस मौके पर ओम स्टर्लिंग ग्लोबल यूनिवर्सिटी हिसार के चांसलर डॉक्टर पुनीत गोयल और प्रो चांसलर डॉक्टर पूनम गोयल के द्वारा विकलांग बच्चों को सम्मानित किया गया, ताकि लोगों तक यह संदेश दिया जा सके कि विकलांग व गरीब लोगों की भूमिका बढ़ाना और बराबरी की राह पर लोगों को ले जाना और उचित पुनर्सुधार के साथ सहायता करना ही इस कार्यक्रम का मुख्य उद्देश्य है।
Om Sterling Global University.
Thanks to everyone who made it possible. Now, may I please request our very own Chancellor, Dr. Puneet Goyal ji, who is not only a visionary but an exemplary academician in true sense. Sir is not only an inspiration to the faculty, staff, and students at OSGU, but many look towards him for guidance and mentoring. Honorable Sir, may I please request you to address the audience. Sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Padam Shri, Professor Uma Tuleji, Founder and Managing Secretary, Amar Jyoti Charitable Trust, Delhi. Staff members of Om Sterling Global University, conference participants, delegates, and dear audience. A very good morning to one and all present here. First of all, I am highly delighted to see that Om Sterling Global University is scattering its weather in the field of creating knowledge, learning, and research for bringing the innovative ideas of educating the extraordinary segment of the society. The last few days have been proved to be a milestone in achieving the university motto by organizing various learning-oriented programs in the form of international competitions, conferences, and activities. Today, it gives me immense pleasure that our School of Teacher Education is organizing one-day national conference by keeping special education in mind. On this occasion, it's matter of pride for all of us that today we have Padam Shri Professor Uma Tuleji among us as the chief guest of the inaugural session. I show my sincere gratitude towards her for accepting our invitation in spite of her very busy schedule. In the series of achieving multiple milestones, OSU has stepped ahead with the inauguration of Vocational Training Center, which is a new initiative, in a sense, to devote our efforts towards the generation of skilled graduates and lots of practical exposure. I appreciate the untiring efforts behind the establishment of this center for the benefit of society. Being the Chancellor of University, I assure you that every possible support will always be extended to each stakeholders of the OSGU for every such development plans and programs. Dear participants and delegates, every conference is always directed at discovering newer pedagogies in the underlying field. It becomes more important when we are working for the betterment of special education sector. I would like to give a message to all the participants that learning is not a one-time activity. You need to practice it again and again for the permanent storage of desired concept in your mind. I am sure that the interaction with our chief guest for today's inaugural session will also help all the participants members to improve their teaching learning process, which will be beneficial untimely for the students and the society. I would also like to congratulate all the untiring efforts of the organizing committee for this one-day conference and look forward for organizing more such events that can lead to higher standards of teaching and learning. I further extend my warm wishes to all the participating delegates for their bright future ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your insightful words, sir. Many young professionals like me look up to you for mentoring. Thank you. Now, let me please call our dear Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Poonam Goyalji, who is the spine of the entire university activities. She is a perfect example of entrepreneurship, excellence, empowerment, and integrity to many women. It is our pleasure to have you, ma'am. Please say a few words. presence of Padma Shri Dr. Uma Tuliji. So, continuation. May I please request Ms. Shikha to. In this center, we identified we hope that children staying in the nearby villages take full advantage of it. Thank you to all the dignitaries. We have many more special moments today. Let me take you to a special message by Ms. Ekta Bhayan, para-athlete, India, who represented India in Tokyo 2020 Paralympics and has brought many laurels to the country. Some of the recent ones are 2 gold medals at Indian Open Championship by setting new Asian record in club throw and discus throw. May I please request IT team to play the video of Ms. Ekta Bhayan. May I please request Mr. Harsh to play the video of Ms. Ekta Bhayan.
My greetings to everyone associated with Om Sterling Global University. Firstly, congratulations to each one of you for contributing significantly in the much needed area. Whenever universities are established, it brings a revolution of innovation, creating more job opportunities and making people employable. Being a Hisarian, I feel extremely proud that we have licensed courses related to disability in our city now. Many congratulations to each one of you bringing this conference where 300 plus professionals have come to discuss and bring forward this idea. The fact is, when you uplift the persons with disabilities, you uplift the whole society, because this section of the society is still not the part of mainstream. I also came to know about the Center of Vocational Training at your university. Congratulations to the Chancellor Dr. Puneet Goyalji, Pro-Chancellor Dr. Poonam Goyalji and the other dignitaries. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Words themselves are speechless and only feelings remain. We have amongst us a legend who does not need any words of introduction. Padma Shri Professor Uma Tuliji. Ma'am has contributed in the disability sector like no other. She is a role model for many, including me. She is an exemplary human being that we all look up to. My words are short, her persona is big. Let me take you through a video on her.
Dr. Uma Tuli, founder and managing secretary of the Amar Jyoti Charitable Trust, is an educationist, a social worker, a rehabilitation professional,
Let me tell you a brief of Professor Uma Tuli ji. Dr. Uma Tuli, recipient of the Padma Shri Award from the President of India, is the founder of Amar Jyoti Charitable Trust, rendering rehabilitative services at Delhi and Gwalior with the holistic approach of providing inclusive education, vocational training, medical care, and self-employment within one campus. She has a multifaceted personality of an educationist, a social worker, rehabilitation professional, and a sportswoman. Amar Jyoti's affiliation to the University of Delhi and Indira Gandhi National Open University have not only sensitized these august institutions in the country to the needs of the persons with disability, but have also helped such persons get their rightful place in the society. Dr. Tuli has consistently spearheaded the cause of people with disability. She was the first non-bureaucrat appointed by the Government of India as Chief Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities from April 2001 to April 2005. Dr. Tuli initiated participation of children with disability in Republic Day Parade in 1995, which was a historic first repeated in following years. Dr. Tuli has a doctorate in English literature from the University of Delhi. The University of Manchester also awarded her MA in special education. She was conferred Doctor of Laws honoris causa from Brompton University, London, in recognition of her extraordinary commitment to inclusivity. Dr. Tuli started human resource development courses of bachelor's in physiotherapy and master's in physiotherapy recognized by University of Delhi and teachers. Among the numerous awards of her dedicated work, Uma Tuli has received the Helen Keller Award in 1999, UN Escape Appreciation in 1998, and the Hong Kong Foundation Award in 1987. Ma'am has also been awarded with President's Gold Medal in 1981. As I said, words will always be less to express our gratitude towards Ma'am and to tell about her huge persona. Ma'am, we are honored that you are here with us live today, and everybody is looking forward to hear from you. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I am audible. I presume that I can. Okay. I would like to start with my salutations to the Om Sterling Global University for taking such a wonderful initiative of promoting inclusive education. Education, as all of us know, is a tool to bring any change. And this change was much needed, and the university has taken a very wise step to really bring in a kind of education which is the only way to uh, put our persons with disability on the same platform as the non-disabled. When we talk of education, we look forward to a kind of grooming of a personality in a holistic way. You know, by holistic, I mean the schools need to have not only educational programs, but also vocational training as part of the curriculum. And to make inclusion a reality, we need to have a holistic approach of having medical facilities as well, along with the special educators. Now, when I say special educators and the need of special educators, look at the reality of census 2011, which is old one, but still it gives a very good idea of children who have no access to education. We have about 27 million persons with disability. Of these, almost 30% are below 20 years of age and 45% below 30 years of age, and 69% live in rural areas, and only 49% of the disabled population is literate, and 34% is employed. So looking at these percentages, what we see in today's scenario is nothing but very depressing thing. You know, I would say a lot has been done already in past 2 decades. We have seen special education as well as inclusive education emerging out. We have legislations, UNCRPD, National Trust, Disability Act. We also have Rehabilitation Council Act. We have Mental Health Act. Now, all these legislations are important, are very necessary. But what we see lacking is the implementation of these legislations as well as policies. The latest policy of education, National Education Policy of 2020, of course, is very, very heartening. We can see a ray of hope if it is implemented properly. I can give you the benefits of inclusion. When we talk of inclusion, of course, there are barriers like attitudinal barriers, accessibility barriers, and lack of special educators. And the components are having people like parents who are very, very important in the lives of persons with disability, especially because it is their tending, loving care which brings in some light in the lives of persons with disability. And when we talk of education, we have to take every child with disability as a person who has the right, equal right to education and other benefits given by the government, by civil society, by people who are serving, especially those who are with disability. What I can tell you from my 40 years of journey of persons with disability is that the attitudinal barrier is what really is the biggest barrier. People do not understand the abilities of persons with disabilities. So, all the time, high bichara attitude is seen, and once the awareness is created about their abilities, then things do change. And that is what Amar Jyoti has been trying to do in past 40 years. There was a time when I started in 1981, the concept of inclusive education under a tree, starting from survey to identify persons with disability and to organize camps to give them aids and appliances, and bringing them to school, or even having community-based rehabilitation in villages and urban slums, why persons with disability are not brought to schools. So it was really a story of a hurricane and a lamb. So I can say with humility that our Amar Jyoti lamp was never having any problem with the storms, because we were determined to spread the light of hope, of understanding, of acceptance, of people who will definitely make sure that persons with disabilities stand on the same platform as the non-disabled. And for that, the concept of inclusive education initially was discarded. ये मैडम तो पागल हैं, इनको क्या पता है ये कैसे एबल और डिसेबल को एक साथ पढ़ाएंगे. And now, after so many years of struggle, we can see that inclusive education concept is being replicated globally. And I'm very happy that this particular university has thought of organizing national seminars, and I'm sure they will have international seminars to talk about achievements of implementation of inclusive education. I can tell you that at Amar Jyoti, we adopt 3-tier system right from admission time, and since we are dealing with cross disabilities, this kind of scrutiny is very important, because when we admit a child, we at the time of admission see to it that the child is sent to the right kind of class. So there is one section which has complete inclusivity. There are children who can easily sit with children with no disability. Say, for example, if there is an orthopedically challenged child and proper aids and appliances are given, child can understand, can see, can hear, can answer to all the questions. So orthopedically challenged child automatically goes to the inclusive class. And then you see that amongst the hearing impaired, which is more difficult to include in regular class, we again have divisions. Those who have partial hearing loss, they are given hearing aids. Those who can be rectified with the operation, then they are brought into the regular class after their cochlear implant. Then there is a group which has no communications, total loss of hearing. We put them in a special class, and we have special sections even for those who have intellectual disabilities. Now, for intellectual disabilities, again, we decide, who can be sent to a regular class after a little bit of intervention with the special educator. Maybe in one subject, the child is very bright and we send them to the regular class and the child starts doing well in other subjects also. Similarly, the children with other cross disabilities like cerebral palsy and other disabilities, we have special sections for them. But these special sections are a part of the whole school. So social interactions are all from morning till afternoon done together. Assembly, refreshment time, we call it vocational period, sports period, cultural activities. For all these activities, they are together the whole day. For academics, in a special section, the special educator has that IEP system, individual education plan, which shows in what section we need to progress. And you will be happy to know that several of such preparatory class children are sent to regular class after interventions of special educators. It may take a couple of months, but patience is the answer. Patience and understanding and acceptance, these three are the things which take them to mainstreaming. And then I want to talk about this closure of schools, which has brought a new trend. Inclusion as it is moving slowly, but closure brought in a new light also. It has its strengths and it has its weaknesses. Online system started, teachers got trained, and children started becoming more creative during their online sessions. We could take yoga classes and therapy interventions also online, which were really very beneficial. We taught the exercises to the parents and they did it at home. Similarly, we also had recorded videos for evaluation. We had counseling done by the psychologist online. We also had some kind of activities which removed these attitudinal barriers. And I could be very happy to see that children were becoming more creative and they really enjoyed this online thing. But online brought in many health issues also. And because of these health issues, things became very difficult. But now we do hope and pray that with this pandemic declining, we will have better days once again for the benefit of inclusive education everywhere. Uh, I remember one person talking about स्वप्न, ड्रीम्स, कि ड्रीम्स कैसे पूरे होते हैं. मेरे ख्याल से एक छोटी सी 4 लाइन जो मुझे ध्यान आ रही हैं वो है, गैर को अपना बनाने में समय लगता है, प्यार का फर्ज निभाने में समय लगता है, स्वप्न की गोद में सो जाना तो सहज है, पर आंख तक नींद के आने में समय लगता है. ये हमारा जो स्वप्न था इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन का, एक्सेसिबिलिटी का, होलिस्टिक अप्रोच का, एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन लाने का, वो बहुत मुश्किलों में भी पार करना पड़ा, लेकिन difficult became possible. And that is Amarjyoti philosophy. Things may seem very difficult in the beginning, but if you have faith, if you have determination, you can make everything happen to what you really want. And I personally feel inclusive education success stories are so many that in these 15 minutes of time, I cannot talk about everything that has been achieved by Amarjyoti by promoting inclusive education. But I can tell you, friends, that there are many people with disabilities who have made us proud. A challenged girl cleared IAS exam. Physically challenged boy got 94% marks to get admission into college like Shri Ram College of Commerce. We also have a boy, Gulshan, who has wonderful performances on stage and has become part of Guinness Book of Records in wheelchair spinning. I started Abilympics in India, which is a skill of vocational things. This Abilympics started in 81. We hosted International Abilympics also, which is hosted every 4th year. So India's performance in this was unbelievable. India team won 30 medals in different 48 skills they took. And out of these 48, we took our participants in about 9 or 10 occasions, and they all came back with medals. So this promotion of Olympics in India highlighted the abilities of children and persons with disabilities, which removed the attitudinal barrier. Oh, hi, bichara, ye kya karega? And it was not only Olympics. We introduced team of children with disability in 26 January parade, Republic Day parade in India. And that was the first ever performance in 1995, after which every year you see persons with disability participating in Republic Day parade. As far as accessibility is concerned, when I was chief commissioner for 4 years, I could promote accessibility all over India. You know, we organized accessibility workshops, called it Access Audit Team, and you will be happy to know that now this campaign is going on. Even Government of India, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has really promoted this campaign of accessibility all over. And this is bringing in the need to create accessible atmosphere, periphery environment, not only in schools, but in all public places. So one feels so nice that people are thinking of human rights. People are thinking of doing something for persons with disability, which is their right, and we are there to do it as our duty. I hope and pray there will be many, many more people to promote it further, so that our dream of mainstreaming persons with disability also comes true. Let me tell you, friends, that they are second to none. It is our attitude that makes us feel, oh, they may not be able to do it. I can give you, looking at time, the summing up of inclusion in one poem that I wrote some time ago. Do I have your permission to read this 1 minute poem? Can I go ahead? The title of the poem is Fostering Excellence Through Inclusive Education. Social inequality is a serious concern. From exclusion of the disadvantaged, we never seem to learn. From while legislations talk of equal opportunities and full participation, we turn a deaf ear to its implementation. People far and wide talk of inclusion. Very few think of required fusion. In class, it should be 50-50 or 60-40, not to have 1 or 2 in 30. Starting early is desirable. Eradicating complexes is formidable. Make the environment accessible and curriculum flexible. Holistic approach of developing personality needs to be instituted for sensitivity. Providing support services and special educators should be mandatory to make the learners accept each other naturally. Harmonizing various methodologies and getting into UDL technology will certainly change the orthodox ideology. Every learner matters and matters equally. We must foster excellence through inclusive education only. So, friends, I know a beautiful inclusive group is sitting here of the chancellor, the vice chancellor, the administrators, the conveners and coordinators, and of course all the participants who will, after listening to this poem, understand that it is not a very difficult step to take. We all have to think of bringing every person with disability to a platform from where he or she can think of a regular life, because facilities are available, because they are accepted everywhere. Don't forget the time when people used to chain persons with disability in the house and go for work and leave their meals near them so that they can look after themselves. Don't forget the time when people used to say, "Hamare liye to musibat hai, hum kaise sambhaleं?" Now, these are the things which we may not think of having any more. People are aware of abilities of persons with disabilities. People are aware of their duties, and persons with disabilities are aware of their rights. So things have changed. I look at the glass as full, not as half empty. I'm sure things are improving, and with latest technology and with attitudinal barrier having is going fairly, I can't say gone, is going slowly, we can look forward to a society which will be inclusive, barrier free, and rights based, and that is what we are dreaming about. I do not know whether I have more time or not. I can go endlessly talking about what it should be, how it should be done, because 40 years of experience has really taught me that we should we must accept persons with disabilities as persons first. Then only we can think of having everything kept ready for them as it is for the others, the non disabled ones. The fact that the word handicap is not being used now is very nice, is really very heartening, because here is the stepping stone to our ideology that we are all one. Thank you so much, friends.
Is my voice coming to you, ma'am? Many thanks for sharing your words of wisdom and some real life experiences, ma'am. Thank you for bringing out the real challenges that one can face and what can we do about it. We definitely wish to walk in your footsteps to bring significantly positive change in society. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us.
We would like the university to think of sending students for exposure visit to Amar Jyoti. Let there be interactions to make them understand, to make them sensitive, and to let them be instrumental in changing the lives of persons with disability. I certainly would like to visit your university, but my invitation for each one of you is there.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity, and we would definitely love to have you here sometime. Ma'am, am I audible to you, ma'am?
आपकी आवाज बीच बीच में चली जाती है.
Because of some. Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam. Actually, I am here as a representative of our Honorable Chancellor and the Managing Board, that definitely, and we are very, very humble to receive your invitation to visit your trust, and we from the university side wanted to be with you and wanted to work together for the betterment of the students and the children of special need. Thank you very much, madam. We are very, very humble.
Thank you. Thank you. In fact, your NSS students can take up some kind of social work so that we can work together.
Thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. We'll definitely stay in touch with you for this. Now, moving forward, I would like to invite our Honorable Registrar, Sir, Dr. Vinod Kumarji, to deliver formal vote of thanks. Sir.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to express my gratitude in this beautiful and glorious inaugural session of this conference. I offer a warm welcome to all the delegates and the participants who comes in this conference. Respected all the dignitaries sitting on the dais and joined with us virtually in this conference. On behalf of the university, I express my heartfelt thanks to our most valuable chief guest, Padma Shri Professor Uma Tuliji. She is the founder and managing secretary of Amar Jyoti Charitable Trust, Delhi, for her vital appearance and sparing her valuable time to make this conference a grand success. Man, we have got a lot of information which is truly help us in our life. We have no words of offer gratitude for your valuable presence in this conference. You have deep insight into the topics and reveal some interesting facts. Ma'am, thanks a lot for giving us the precious time from your busy schedules. I especially want to thanks to Miss Ekta Bhyana, Paralympic gold medalist, who honored this conference with her inspirational thoughts. You have surely added to the charm of this event. You really motivated us to gain more and more knowledge and inspiration. You really motivated us, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. Now I put my heartiest gratitude to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Puneet Goyal, and Pro Chancellor, ma'am, Dr. Poonam Goyal, ma'am, for giving us an opportunity to organize this conference and their continuous supports. We are very fortunate that both are always staying with us in this all the events. Your motivation, words, and interest in this conference means a lot to the entire participant. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. It was truly impossible without your motivation. I also thanks to our worthy Vice Chancellor and Pro Vice Chancellor who also give us various ideas to achieve these goals. A special thanks to Dr. Somesh Jain who stand always as a backbone in any event. His presence and appreciation are very significant to this conference. I especially would like to thank all the delegates and participants whose presence will make this conference knowledgeable and informative. It's our pleasure that you all join with us to conquer the knowledge and make this conference successful. Last but not least, I am very thankful to all the members of the organizing team who make all necessary arrangements. I must appreciate their hearty efforts and firm determination. All the team work round the clock and making this conference a grand success. Finally, I thank again to all the dignitaries and the participants and the delegates who make this conference grand success. Thanks to all. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I please request everybody to rise for national health. Thank you. Thank you once again, all of you, for joining us. And may I request participants to join the links that are given to you, and we'll begin with the plenary session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.